Hello everybody, welcome to Go Tarot Odyssey. I thought today's read we would do about is what are you manifesting in your life right now. Oftentimes it's just through a thought process. We have these kind of prompts in our head and then we get like in this cycle. And I'm also going to just have a brief little rundown on how you can protect yourself from manifesting things that you don't want as well, okay? Some of the things you guys can ask yourself right now is, what do you want more of in your life? Okay. What are you struggling with that you want to shift or heal? What would help you trust life more or your judgment? What do you really want to focus on now? Also, what would make you feel loved? What inner quality would you love to focus on? Oftentimes when I wake up, I try to connect with that thought. Like what inner quality? And mine is usually relaxation and creativity because they kind of go hand in hand, and it really helps in all my professions, being creative and also channeling and receiving messages and blank writing and all the things I need to convey a message clearly to you guys as well as to myself, and kind of prompt myself to start the day. How do I want to feel and what would be really fun, right? Ask yourselves this so you can get in a good mood, and you also direct your energy into what's going to make it fun. And I'm going to have a quick sip of my drink right after I tell you guys your choices. You have I am gifted, you have I will fight, and I am cherished. Now, firstly, you guys, this I am fight card is not that you will go out and fist fight people or get in punch-ups. It's you'll fight for what you believe in. This is setting your boundaries, fighting for principles, fighting for your space and what's important to you, okay? Listen, you givers out there know, and a majority of empaths and light workers, we want other people to be happy, and sometimes it happens at the expense of ourselves, whether it's financial, our resources, whatever. I know that if I ever see one of my children sitting around looking bored, which is very rare because they're pretty self-involved, I want to provide them with variety and fun food and everything. And even if I'm really like wasted, tired, I'll be like, do you want me to go out and get us some special food that they love or whatever? But sometimes we really need to fight for our time, space, and our restful kind of existence, right? Because we get so full. So firstly, I feel like with this, first, all things being said, we have to break through our negative thought patterns. Many people struggle with negative thoughts, right? It's natural, but there's also a very effective way to avoid them, because positive thoughts can be trained very easily, and affirmations perfect that, right? So to help concentrate on our goals, we should have them down written in front of us every day. And affirmations are ideal because you tell yourself every day how you've already reached certain goals, right? Checking those off. And the more positive you speak to yourself, the more positive things you attract too. It also helps attract gratitude, and that is the strongest emotion we can use to manifest, and affirmations help strengthen that emotion. So I always start with that every day too, like, wow, I'm so grateful that I woke up. I'm so grateful that I have all my limbs and my faculties, so on and so forth. We have to remember that our whole life and every aspect of it is designed to fit the programming of our belief system. So if you believe that rich people are evil, right, then this is a fact your subconscious mind says, and you do everything that you can to prove this point, and oftentimes don't bring wealth in. Same thing if you think men are egoistic and there's no such thing as a good man anymore. You're trying to prove that to yourself, and you'll be looking out only for negative things, right? So it's not magically generating things and circumstances. It's just selectively deciding what information needs filtering out, and the things that circumstances will let us experience, and how we view our life through a positive perspective lens as opposed to negative. But the good thing is your subconscious mind believes everything you tell it, okay? That means you can change its program and adapt it to your needs. I am, so valuable in so many regards, so on and so forth, right? I am loving, I am caring, I am kind, I am generous. I constantly have abundance and wealth traveling towards me. All of these things, just keep saying that and saying out loud, because I definitely feel like a outline voice, otherworld voice. Your out loud voice has a energy to it as well. So constantly be voicing that. So again, those are your three choices. I am gifted, I will fight, and I am cherished. And I am going to get your cards ready. I'm so excited. This weather is so awesome outside. It's just amazing. Okay, so right away with I am gifted. Oh, look at this. And then you have the I am treasured too. So what you'll be doing if you stay in the thought process and you truly say that out loud and you work on this every day, we all have natural gifts, no doubt. Some of us don't know, we haven't tapped into that energy yet. So start a variety of things. I feel like you're going to manifest your true path purpose by really trying a variety of things. You're going to bust out those paints, sing, dance, do whatever it is, because what a gift really is something that comes naturally and with ease to us, right? And oftentimes we can do it better than other people because it is a natural gift. Some people have amazing handwriting. Some people have beautiful speaking voices. Some people are really great at mellowing a room out if there's heightened emotions. You know what I mean? These are all natural gifts, so we should practice them as well. I definitely believe in that aspect for writers, singers, and creatives, right? Painters. Try new things and reach out, because I feel like this is what you're manifesting right now is great, your great creative gifts, and tapping into them. And sometimes we are our harshest critics with that. I have so many friends that just paint, and they shove those canvases under their bed in their closet, and they're like, oh, I just doodle, I just do this. And the stuff is wondrous and magical. We just sometimes, through our own ego, we don't see how they look. I remember once I made a bunch of jewelry for the Christmas thing at our local art gallery, and we sell, and then a percentage of it is donated to our local art gallery. And this was the Rowayton Art Center, and I made a bunch of pieces, and as I was pricing them and putting their chains on them and the pieces and stuff, I just started like nitpicking everything about them. Like, that stone doesn't go, that's too large, that format is weird, so on. And like really thinking something was wrong with them. After I loved them while I was making them, I loved them immediately after, and then all of a sudden something just switched. And then I remember when I was hanging with the girls in the art gallery, we were hanging up stuff, people were coming up and just like blown away and saying the nicest, sweetest things about it. Like, wow, your use of color and, you know, the formats of stones and all this is amazing. Like, and it made me feel so good. And then I realized we will always critique what we do because our ego is going to try to get in on that. So we need to believe that these things that we do are beautiful. That's how we manifest more of that. That's how we keep trying, right? And I love this, I am treasured. That's something else that you're manifesting that you may not even be aware. When we tap into our self-worth and value and we have a great inner voice that says, you know, I am lovable, I am loving, I am caring, I matter, right? All those things, I am enough. And you start to think that, it kind of has this reverberation and resonance out to other people. So they're going to show you, terms of endearment and affection, because you're really generating your natural gifts and people trying to be giving towards you, and you getting this beautiful receptive mode, and people just cherishing you, right? You feeling love. But again, what inner qualities do you want to focus on right now, and how can you take care of yourself more? That will help focus this. Because also, you ever just have that day where you get up and your nails are an absolute wreck, and you know, your whatever, you haven't had a chance to shave your legs, wash your hair, whatever, and you get out of the shower and you're just like, you just rush out the door and you start going and doing things for others. A resentment can build up because you feel like, you know, all your personal needs aren't being met and things are always on the wait list for yourself. This is putting yourself first and foremost, because when we feel rested, when we feel taken care of, when we feel like we've had a chance for ourselves and time to meditate, gather, group, all that, we're there for other people. And then everybody thrives from that, right? You ever try to, like, here's an instance that always is like a great example to me, because I've always disliked carnivals and fairs, because I feel like everybody wants to drip every last ounce of entertainment out of it, so they get exhausted. Everyone feels sick after because they eat too much junk. It's usually in the summer, so they feel hot. Everybody's screaming and crying because they're trying to do too much. So instead of savoring like one area of the park, like the flower show and a couple rides and one great thing to eat, and taking it slow and absorbing it all, and everybody's rushing. It's like they do at a zoo. They want to see every last animal that was ever born on the face of the earth, as opposed to, you know, really being selective and enjoying that, right? That's what we have to do for ourselves too. Like, listen, let's slow down. And I write down too, when I really mean it, like something is off kilter, like my skin is really dry and it's itchy and it's been bothering me for days because I had too much sun or whatever. I'm like, this is the first thing I'm going to do, is have a self-care routine. You know, I'm going to put aside 30 minutes to an hour in the morning and really moisturize and exfoliate and take care of that. And after I do that, that little brief reward and, you know, cherishment that says, you know, I care about myself and my mental and physical well-being, I'm then much more available to other people, right? I don't feel resentment like, oh, I have to do something else for you now. Here's another thing I'm shelving for myself. We're no longer doing that. We're feeling treasured all the way around, which is really nice. And ask yourself, what do you want more of in your life and how you can bring that in. And that's what you're being able to do for yourself, group one. So beautiful energy, you guys. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below if you guys need a private read or anything else. If you want to support me on Patreon, you want to check out my Etsy store with all my summer goodies. I'm going to be posting a whole bunch of new stuff. I've got so many great stones, these beautiful faceted citrines. I'm so excited. So again, you guys, everything is down there. And don't forget to subscribe over here and then come follow me on Instagram, which is Sparkwist11, and then you're automatically entered in all my giveaways and all my contests, you guys, all the free jewelry and everything else. So beautiful. So number 2 is I will fight. I feel like this is an example of how you're going to be able to take care of yourself more and defend your boundaries. And, you know, asking yourself, how would I like to feel and how do I want to participate in the day for myself and feel good, right? What are those things where it's like raising your vibe? We need to focus on the positive, right? Keep a gratitude journal. That's huge. I'm going to pull a couple of these too. Yes, for you to feel confident and free. This is huge. Now, it's funny with that term, I feel free, but we really do get entangled and inveigled in other people's agendas, and we can feel restricted, and it can build hostility and resentment when your whole family thinks, well, you're going to drive me here and you're going to grocery shop for that and you're going to cook dinner and you're going to do all this, and you're like, yeah, how about 5 minutes for myself also when you're employed, right? All of those things. Feeling free is knowing that you can focus on the positive in your life and you have choices. You're putting yourself and your needs and requirements first so you feel good, right? I feel a lot of things that can help us with this to get on that upper mental happy vibe is enjoying nature and art. This is something I have to do every day. Getting creative, watching fun children or being with children, loving, hugging, kissing, having a good time with your family, definitely resting. And most importantly, be honest and sincere with those around you. How much bandwidth do you have? If somebody, you know, likes to come to you with problems or questions or whatever, let them know honestly if you don't have the bandwidth to handle it and just kind of you know, evaluate it fully at that moment. Say, you know what, I'm always interested in what you're going through and I would love to help you. However, you know, I just feel like my plate is rather full right now. My bandwidth, I've got to recuperate and then I'll get back to you. Also, if people are texting you and putting demands on you within that, emails, they want answers, whatever it is, know your time is sacred. You can answer people whenever you want. I've had people say this, and I've done it myself. I've not opened a message because then I know they would have read it and I'm thinking that they want an immediate response. Everybody's so used to immediate gratification and responses that everybody better just chill out, right? Let them know in your life. You don't even have to answer or look at it. Sometimes I don't if I have a demanding schedule and I know somebody else wants some life coaching or something like that, and it's like, and you know, I know I'm going to have to get a whole new agenda with a new client and figure out, you know, all their stuff and anxieties and so forth. If it's too much, I just don't even look at it for 24 hours if I'm already dealing in any kind of pressurized situation, right? We situate ourselves so we feel good, right? It helps us stay in good health. Another thing that I do is I wear bright colors. I love red and yellow, all these happy things. They lift me up. They make me feel confident. That's part of it. You're really manifesting this because you're associating with positive people and people with positive agendas, and you're watching good YouTubers and you're watching things that are fulfilling and that lift you up. That's huge. I'll only listen to inspirational speakers, happy music. I love reggae, all of that. I do not watch the news and all of this other stuff because what I am trying to gravitate towards is just really high frequency people, and that's what you're doing too, and you're starting to bring that in. Sunlight and moonlight often does this for us too, you know, just gazing at it and feeling it, it lets us know of expansing things. Also start reading uplifting and inspirational material and tune into like higher spiritual levels and visualize what it would be like there, because I feel like a lot of you guys are definitely manifesting a better life path for yourselves in terms of employment and who you allow, and also your relationships. You know, you're going to have really good, tight, honest bonds with people. Your tribes people are really coming in because you're evacuating all those zombies, you know, those people that just take up space and they just want to like just emotional vampires and are just always problematic. You're ridding yourself of that, and you need that. That's going to make you feel free because you're identifying that. Who do I just feel is heavy? And when I see a message or like they call them like, oh, you know what I mean? You're going to be able to evaluate that and instinctually just remove them. Never feel guilty or bad. People that are gaslighters and narcissists, they will constantly make you feel bad about not answering them or servicing them or giving them your resources or time. And there's a reason for that. It's a manipulation skill set. So you're going to get rid of that. And I feel like you're going to live a much more balanced and moderate life because of that. And feel really good about it too, group 2. I love that for you. Yay. Oh, it's a beautiful breeze right now. If you're new to my channel, you guys, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. And all my links are down below. If you guys need a private read, if you want to go to my Etsy store, come see me on Instagram and get in on all the free contests and giveaways. This week is an insane stackable blue topaz ring set with these Celtic symbols, and then also a really pretty amulet that goes with it too, a blue aurora quartz. Sometimes I just see things and I'm like, that's it, that's going to be it, and each week I like to do a giveaway. So come join. If you subscribe over here and you follow me over there, you're automatically entered as well. So easy peasy. Okay, you guys. So now we're on to number 3. I feel cherished. This is huge. I mean, this is important. When we feel like we're loved, we're cherished, and we're not taken for granted, life takes on a whole different capacity. I remember the other day, Ian, I woke up and I said, oh, the first thing I said to him too, because I wasn't even awake, I was like, oh, can you add the links and print out my Etsy orders, please? And he goes, oh, good morning to you too. I'm fine. And then I realized, yeah, how autopilot did that go on? Because my business was just popping into my head. But I thought, yeah, how about I say good morning and how are you? It is important when we go in a room, show those people we love and adore them, because that is something you're manifesting for yourself. People showing you that you are important, that you do matter. Yeah, look at this. And this is what you're manifesting because you feel like it is time and you're ready. You're feeling peaceful, and you're also manifesting feeling loved, which can be in so many different gestures and expressed in different ways. When you really tune into your guides and you ask them, help me be receptive to good energy and notice when people are smiling or when they're ready for a conversation because they want to share their day, or animals that want affection. All of these things help tune me into that love of affection and appreciation. Therefore, that gratitude for it garners it for yourself too. You'll feel cherished, you'll feel peaceful, you'll feel loved. Really, deep breathing exercises help us get in touch with that heart chakra and keep a journal too, a gratitude journal, when you write down, so and so said this today, or did this to me, did this for me or to me, made me feel wonderful. They cared enough to make sure the house was spotless before I came home. They cared enough to cook me breakfast in bed. India does the sweetest thing. Whenever they're cooking, they cook something for me too. It's so wonderful because I get busy and I'm just like, yeah, I'll just find whatever. Like today, you want to know what my diet was? It was the weirdest thing. It was whatever fruit was laying around in fruit bowls, and half of it was overripe. So I had like a couple bites of this mango, and then it was too ripe on the other side. I ate this thing. I don't even know what it was. It was a plum and a peach combined. It was like this crazy thing. I had a grapefruit and a bag of cherries because it was something I could grab. When I'm working, I am the laziest cook. When I cook, I go all out. So it's very hard for me to do that. But it's one of those things. So when somebody cooks for me, that's such a beautiful expression of love and caring. So next time, really say thank you when somebody cooks you a meal, because it does take effort, right? And I remember my one of my old bosses that owned Ooh La La. She still owns Ooh La La, and she is so amazing because she would always make people food. If she was eating an orange, she'd give you half of it. If she went out and made something or did something, she would share it with you. That generosity, and she would express herself to that, and she'd be so happy, like, to be able to provide that for you. Like, she was amazing, and I just love her to death because of those gestures. It was her, acts of service to say, I care about you, and do things like that. So also, if you're eating something, offer some of that to somebody. It's very thoughtful. Again, you guys, I feel like with this, you're also attracting and manifesting love. With this, I feel cherished, and you see this and loved. You're emanating this kind of vibration that says, hey, I'm receptive to this. I'm receptive to smiles and little gifts of adoration and glimpses and terms of endearment and affection and all of that. And because of that, you're sending out a vibration and a frequency that other people pick up on, saying, hey, this person, is open to conversation, this person is open to some affection and flirtation. So you're emanating that, and it's really beautiful. Again, keeping a gratitude journal for us to look back on. When somebody did this, I felt really good. Oftentimes I'll do that, and then I'll turn around and do that back for the person that did it, because it was such a kindness that I remembered it, right? Really start associating with positive people right now, because it creates a whole different agenda. When people, like, I love going anywhere with Hagen. We go to the beach, we go play whatever, volleyball. It doesn't matter, because he's always looking for humorous, crazy things, and we love to laugh. I've never laughed so hard with anyone in my life than my teenage son, because we just get up to crazy things by observing people. And usually it's through a drive-through, because we'll go through a drive-through and ask for food, and there'll be some mix-up, or there'll be some crazy thing, and oftentimes there'll be a mix-up of language, and he just finds it so funny, because I'm not kidding you guys. As eloquently and smoothly as I can speak for hours without pause, when I get to a drive-through, I short circuit, because something about the weird microphone and the static, and it's like I forget when I'm ordering, because usually everybody wants a million things, and I start laughing, and then I can't even cope with reality. It's so funny. So I love that, and I cherish any time with him, because I love the laughter. So be around people that make you laugh and make you feel good. And India does this as well. They have such a cool, calm, like, energy and artistic, so I always feel creative. I'll go in their room to go do reads and do artwork, just because the energy that emanates from there too. So again, you guys, you're going to be staying in good health. I feel like you manifesting healing and really good health too. So visualize yourself in these places where people are coming to you, and being loving and caring and kind, and that therefore you start to really create that and manifest that. It's amazing that we can build all these concrete goals by keeping them right in front of us, because it means it's important to us. It's important to us to connect and achieve to them. I'll often just write on a big white piece of paper, be patient, be calm, be selective, be focused, be loving, all these things. And then I see it, and it slows me down. I breathe deeper. I'm definitely more in the present moment, and that's a big thing for me to stay present. That's when I smell all the smells, taste all the taste, experience life to the fullest, because I don't need to be in yesterday, and I don't need to be into tomorrow. When we're in that present moment, that's where all the clues, cues, and synchronicities happen, as well as all the experience, right? There should be no other time than right now, right? Even if I'm listening to my favorite reader, I put down my devices. I don't need to be answering emails when I'm trying to listen to somebody and just getting 10% of what they're saying. So all of those things, like utter focus, awareness, and attention on somebody when they're speaking, when they're, in our presence, all of that. It's amazing. Like, now I've trained myself, if I'm watching a film or a show, only watch that film and that movie. You don't need, sometimes we'll make joy, but I'm like, don't do anything that takes your attention away cerebrally, like emails and stuff like that. You get so much more out of it. And multitasking often gives us the feeling that we're working, right, or doing something. We don't want to feel laborious, like we're constantly trying to be an 8-legged octopus doing everything and reaching. This is accepting, this is a reward, and I want to listen to this person or listen to this program and relax into it, right? And because you're doing that, you're getting so much more out of Life Group 3. So beautiful energy. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to press like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all your comments, all your beautiful feedback on everything on my jewelry, your fun participation in all the contests over on Instagram. Come see me over there. You guys can get in on all the free wins. If you're subscribed over here and then you follow me over there, you're automatically entered in all the jewelry giveaways, every single thing. So if you need a private read or anything else, all my links are down below. So love and light to you guys.